Peter had fished all night and caught no fishes. No fish for breakfast, no fish for lunch, no fish to sell, no money. Today, a man had come to the beach. When this man came, a huge crowd always followed him. Some wanted to ask him questions. Some were poorly or sick and needed healing. The children just liked to listen to his stories. The man was called Jesus. Jesus asked Peter if he could use his boat to speak from. There were a lot of people, and they could all see and hear Jesus better once he was in the boat. Peter agreed. When Jesus had finished speaking, most of the people left, but a few stayed behind to speak to Jesus. Jesus prayed for a lame man. He hadn't been able to walk since he was a little boy. Every step was painful. But after Jesus prayed for him, he leapt and danced and shouted as he ran down the beach. There was a sad woman waiting. Her husband had died and her heart was breaking. Jesus spoke to her and was kind to her, and when she left, she just looked completely different. The little boy waited till last. He sat on the beach next to Jesus, throwing pebbles into the sea. Splash, splash. The little boy said, "This is my best bit." And Jesus said, "It's my best bit too." And then Jesus smiled and the little boy giggled. Later, Jesus got back into the boat and said to Peter, "Let's go fishing." Peter said, "There's no point in going fishing now. The sun's up and the fish can see the shadow of the boat. The best time to go fishing is at night time, and I fished all last night and caught nothing." But Peter then said, "But all right, if you want to go, we'll go." And Peter called to his brother Andrew and told him to fetch the nets, and they set sail. When they had sailed out a good way, Jesus said, "Put the nets down here." Immediately, the nets began to fill with fish. Silverfish, goldfish, redfish, fat fish, small fish, just loads and loads of fish. There were so many that Peter and Andrew were struggling and the boat was tipping over, so they called to James and John, their fishing partners in another boat, to come and help. When they got the fish back to shore, they were amazed. Peter, Andrew, James and John stared at the fish on the beach. Peter went over to Jesus and fell on his knees before him. He knew now that Jesus was really special. Jesus helped him up and then said to them all, "Leave your nets and come and follow me. From now on, you'll not be catching fish, but people for God's kingdom." They left their nets and they followed Jesus.